Although if you go into third-person mode, you got a better angle of view of people that are like behind you.
Come on, this way.
So we will. I'll probably alternate between the two.
We need to get moving. That dragon is tearing up the whole keep.
Used to playing him first.
Just give me a minute. I'm out of breath.
Hear that? Stormcloaks. Maybe we can reason with them.
No, there's no reasoning with Stormcloaks. Just kill them all.
That's it. Let me see if I can get that door open.
Now, I don't really like the look of the Imperial armor, so I'm going to actually take the Stormcloak armor. Besides, I got fur gauntlets, which is better than what I've got, which is nothing. Nah, I'm going to keep the Imperial armor. But anyways, here's another thing about the selection screen. Your weapons, you got one-handed weapons and you got two-handed weapons. If you've got a weapon, a one-handed weapon, well, let me take this weapon here. I'll go down here to the weapons. If you've got a one-handed weapon, it's usually vertical like this. If you've got a two-handed weapon, if it's a two-handed weapon, it's always diagonal like that. So this is a two-handed weapon. One more thing that I can do. One more thing I want to show you. If you're playing on the computer, those of you playing on the console, unfortunately, you don't have this, but you have it through voice controls. But I don't have voice control on this computer, so I can only do computer-based stuff. Your favorites. You can assign things to your favorite menu by hitting the F button, and it will be marked unless, see, here's it pops up. While in game, press Q to open the favorites menu, which allows you to quickly use or equip items you have marked as your favorites. So what we're going to do now is we're going to favorite that weapon, and we'll favorite the battle axe too. And we're going to open up the spell menu. We're going to favorite the flames, and we're going to favorite the healing as well. Okay, now what you can do now, bring up the favorites menu, and you can assign these things to certain numbers on your keyboard, or in my case, the mouse. I've got a Razer mouse with numbers on the side of it, which makes it a lot faster at hitting your hotkeys. So you can assign each of these things a hotkey. So I'm going to assign flames to number 1. I'm going to give healing to number 2. Sword will be number 3. And we're going to leave the battle axe alone for now because I usually tend to go for one-handed weapons instead of two-handed weapons. But it's always good to have a two-handed weapon around just in case, so you can have that little extra thwacking action. Besides, if I go two-handed, I usually tend to go for the swords or the battle axes. Battle axes just look cool. There are several cool battle axes, like Ysgrimor's two-handed battle axe. That's like the coolest. Oh! It's the coolest two-handed battle axe in the game, in my opinion.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
Persistent little lizard, isn't
What are
he?
you doing? We need to get out of Helgen now.
These Imperials have potions in here. We're going to need them.
Oh, Hadvar, get out of my way! You're gonna burn! Commence with the thwack. Oh, never mind. No thwacking. No thwacking this time.
See if you can find some potions. Might come in handy.
Alright, come on, open up. There you go. What the heck? Uh-oh. Something's not right.
Done then? This way.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The torture room. Gods, I wish we didn't need these. Hear that?
You fellows happened along just in time. These boys seemed a bit upset at how I've been entertaining their comrades.
Don't you even know what's going on? A dragon is attacking Helgen.
As they're walking, I'm going to start looting the
Hot
room.
dragon, please.
As they're talking. Lockpicks, potion of minor healing.
Make up
All.
nonsense.
Yay. At some point, I'm actually going to read this book.
Although, come to think of it,
There's several copies of it all throughout the game.
Noises coming from over there.
It's supposed to be talking about you,
With us. We need to get out of here.
but
You have no authority over me, boy.
Didn't you hear me? I said the keep is under attack.
I'm going to show you how to do the... I'll actually equip the shield here. And for the next fight, I'll have the shield on instead of the...
Forget the old
spells.
man. I'll come with you.
I tend to like to use spells and sword,
Looks like there's
so
something in this cage.
something along the lines of like
Don't bother
the
with that. Lost the key ages ago.
spell sword archetype, but I usually don't go for the archetype. I just sort of just
See
play.
if you can get it open with some picks. We'll need everything we can get.
All right, lockpicking can be a bit frustrating at times and a bit sensitive, but basically here, like it says here, use your mouse to rotate the lockpick, then W to rotate the lock. The closer the pick is to the correct position, the more the lock will rotate before the pick breaks. Only when it is in the correct position will the lock fully rotate and open. So, okay, it's right near the spot. So I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like if you go too far. So it's going to be over here. Oops. That's what it looks like. Hey, you're in the wrong spot. It just starts shaking. And keep doing it. Break. So it comes in with your next lockpick. So just move it around till you find that sweet spot.
Sure, take all my things.
You also got to watch out. Sometimes locks can be trapped.
Cannon, let's go.
When you pick the lock without disarming the trap, you will set off the trap when you open up the lock, even if you picked it successfully. So the way for you to learn new spells, we're going to take this guy's. We'll go for the way you learn new spells is you find spell tomes. This is a spell tome. It's for the spell Sparks. So you take it, open up your inventory, go down to books, and then you have to read the book. Hit E, you've learned the spell. Now open up the spell menu. Under destruction is Sparks. Rate that favorite. Now Sparks is kind of useful because it not only damages health, but it also damages magicka. So you can use this against magic using enemies, whereas Flames does damage and then target takes extra damage over a period of time. Now, here's an example of items that you can loot and equip that give you benefits. So your Novice Hood here increases your magicka by 30 points. Novice Robes increases your magic regeneration by 50%. So we're just going to take them all because it's always good to have those just in case you want them. Oop, I hear a kid coming up, so I'm going to have to end it for right now.